Hi, I'm Miss Walker, and in this video, I'm going over week 5, Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the week and the last day. Sorry, I can't dance. Just do my hands like this. All right. So we are doing Tiger Prep on Friday. So it's time for what? Tiger Prep. Here we go. Letter A. Circle the multiples of 2. That means you're counting by 2. So it starts out 2, 4, 6. Let's see if I can use circles. Then we have 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, whoa, 20. All right, let's try multiples of 3. If you don't know how to count by 3s, you can just count 3 numbers in between. So if you're at 4, if you're at 3, you could count 3 more. 1, 2, and circle the third one. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 12. 1, 2, 3, 15. The next one is 18, 21, 24. That didn't circle correctly. 27, and then 30. On the next one, multiples of 4. That means you're counting by 4s. If you don't know how to count by 4s, you can start at the number you're at and count 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Starting over at the beginning. We have 4, 8, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. Then you've got 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. Okay. Moving on to letter B, round to the nearest 10. So we know we underline the digit in the tens place and circle the number next door. When we round, if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 that we have circled, it stays the same. If it is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 that we have circled, it rounds up to the next 10. So this is going to stay at 30. This one has a 7 in the tens place and a 1 next door. It's going to stay at 70 because 7 tens is 70. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay? This is 6 tens, or if we have to round it up, it would be 7 tens. Since it's a 7 that we have circled, 67 is 3 away from 70, so it's closer to 70. 42 is 2 away from 40, so it's closest to 40. 85 is right in the middle of 80 and 90. When it's right in the middle, we know we just round it up to 90. Letter C, find each sum. We underline the word sum and we put a plus sign or difference. Difference means to subtract. 8 plus 6. Well, I know that I can decompose my 6 into 2 and 4 because I know 8 plus 2 is 10. So 8 plus 2 gives me 10 plus 4 more gives me 14. So 8 plus 6 is 14. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 1 more is 6, and 2 plus nothing is 2. The sum is 264. On the next one, finding the difference, where we have to subtract. We have 3 take away 8. If you only have 3 dots, you can't take away 8. There's more on the floor, so you've got to go next door, get 10 more. So your 7 tens is now 6 tens, and your 3 ones is 13 ones. So if you have 13 take away 8, that leaves you with 5. 6 take away nothing is 6, and 5 take away nothing is 5. The difference is 565. Moving on to the next one, finding the sum. 8 plus 2 is 10. We just talked about that in the first problem. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9. And 3 plus nothing is 3. The sum is 390. On this next one, we're finding the difference. We have Sorry, I almost went ahead and did it without talking about it. We have 4 dots. We're trying to take away 5. We don't have enough. We don't have enough ones. So we've got to go next door to the tens place and take a 10. That is not what I meant to do. I meant to cross it out. Let's try again. We're taking 1 10 away from here. 2 take away 1 leaves you with 1 10. And then you add 10 here. So this is 14. And you want to do 14 take away 5. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. 1 take away 1, numbers the same. Zero's the game. And then 3 take away nothing leaves you with 3. The difference is 309. Looking at letter D, it says identify the values of points Q, R, S, and T. Now, on this one, I'm going to type the numbers in because it's a little difficult to write them. But if I'm looking from 100 to 110, I know that this has to count by ones. So this is going to be 101. Q is going to be 102. And I'm going to have 103. And I have 104. And I have 105. 106. 107, possibly. S is 108. The next one is 109. Then we have 110, 111. T is 112. And then this last one is 113. Now, the reason I go ahead and make my students fill out all of the numbers is so that they have experience with this number line and they know what numbers come before and after. It also helps them visualize the numbers. Then they can go back and make sure that they have the right numbers in their spots, in the correct spot. So Q should be 102. R, I'm going back to look, it's 105. S is 108. And T is 112. Moving on, number 1. The graph shows the favorite colors of the students in Mrs. Duran's class. The graph's title is favorite colors. The number of students is here, and the color they chose is here. I always look at my scale when I have a bar graph. This is a bar graph. My scale is counting by twos. So I almost said 10, but my scale is counting by twos. So if it's in the middle, I know that that is just one more, either below or above the number on this scale. So I have my students go through and label so that they already know what information they have. For the color blue, they have 8, and it goes all the way over here, and it goes to the 8. So I'm going to write 8. For the color green, it's between 6 and 8, and the number between 6 and 8 is 7. Pink has 2, and red has 8. Now I can solve my problems. How many students chose green? I go back up to green. I write 7 because green says 7, and then I can bubble in the number 7. Okay. B, how many more students chose blue than pink? My students probably were yelling, stop, stop. How many more? When we see that, we always stop, we underline it, and we put a subtraction sign. Because if it says how many more, we are comparing. And when we have comparison, it's called comparison addition, but you really subtract. So how many more students chose blue than pink? So I'm going to underline blue. I had 8 blue, so I'm going to write the number 8 above blue. Pink, I had 2. And I know I'm going to subtract. So 8 take away 2 equals 6. But I'm going to double check. And I'm going to see if 6 plus 2 is 8. 6, 7, 8. It is 8. So I know my missing difference is 6. I double checked it with addition to make sure, and I'm going to bubble in the number 6. 8 take away 2 is 6, so my missing number was 6. Okay. I'm not sure if I said that backwards or not, but I'm not starting over. So here we go. Number 2. Mitchell and his father caught 24 trout in the lake this morning. So if I'm using my context clues, I know that trout means fish. So they caught 24 fish in the lake this morning. They let 3 of them go, and then they caught 5 more. How many trout did they have then? So I know if he lets 3 go, he's going to subtract, and then he caught 5 more. If he catches them, that means he got some more. That's adding. So I know the first thing I have to do is subtract, and then I have to add. So over here to the side, I've got 24, and I let 3 go. That means they're gone. I'm never getting them back. 4 take away 3 is 1. 2 take away nothing is 2. So right now I have 21 fish. Then I caught 6 more. So 21 plus 6. In my ones place, 6 plus 1 is 7, and 2 plus nothing is 2 in my tens place. So my sum is 27. I gotta make sure I sit up instead of leaning forward. All right, number 3. Cassius is on level 16 of this video game. How many more, stop. How many more means subtract. How many more levels must he complete to reach level 50? So I know I'm trying to get a total of 50, but I'm only at 16. So you can do 16 plus something equals 50, or you can go ahead and do 50 take away 16. I have nothing. I cannot take away 6. So I've got to go next door, get 10 more. In my tens place, my 5 is now a 4, and my 0 is 10. 10 take away 6 leaves me with 4. Yes, 4. Sorry. And 4 take away 1 is 3. So I'm going to bubble in the number 34. Number 4. Halima used these bills and coins to buy a sandwich. Sorry, this video, Miss Walker's just having issues today. How much money is this? So I'm going to count my dollars. $1, $2, $3. So I know I have $3 right now. I'm going to go ahead and do Harry Money. I'm going to count it regular, and then I'm going to do Harry Money to double check. So I know this is a quarter, and I want to start with my quarters. 25 plus 25 is 50. Then I have a dime that makes 60, plus another dime is 70, plus 2 pennies is 72 cents. So it should be $3.72. If you need to do Harry Money, that is fine. That is a great strategy. Remember, every hair is worth 5. Quarters have 5 hairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make 25 cents. And dimes have 2 hairs. And then pennies have 1 mole. They don't have any hairs. You can say they're bald or they have a mole. So here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, counting my 1s, 71, 72. So I was correct. We have $3.72. Moving on to number 5. It says the sign shown below hangs on the door of Anthony's bedroom. We have 7 inches, 3 inches, 7 inches, 3 inches. Please knock before entering. What is the perimeter of the sign in inches? So I do read like that in class when I say perimeter. My students know to circle the T in perimeter because it reminds us that we're going to add. And then I ask them, how do you find perimeter? And they say, add all the side lengths. How do you find perimeter? Add all the side lengths. So they know we're going to add all of these together. So there are different ways that you can do it. Some students like to go all the way around, and some students like to add doubles. So I'm going to show you both ways. The way I teach my students is when we have to do perimeter, first of all, we put tick marks on all of our sides, and we make sure there are numbers there. So there's a number at the 7, 3, there's a 7, and another 3. Then we go around and we add them all together. So 7 plus 3. If I use the 7 and 3, I check them off. 7 plus 3 is 10. Then they would go to the next number, which is another 7. 10 plus 7 is 17. Then they would do 17 plus whatever that next number is, which is 3. And 17 plus 3 equals 20. Okay, so that's one way. I have some students who like to do it another way, where they say, okay, I've got 7 and 3, and that makes 10. Then they say, I have another 7, another 3, and that makes 10 as well. 10 plus 10 gives me 20. So that is another way that you can do that, another strategy, and you know your perimeter is 20. Making sure I did all the questions. If you have any questions for me or any additional help on this page for Friday, you can call me or text me or email me. It's up to you. See ya.